Guy has to, in his mind, separate his life with his woman and all those things that he had, and gear his mind to go in and fight in a war, man. That's right. To get him ready for battle. He can't have those things in his mind. He has to kind of like have a compartment in his mind and put that away, man. Put it to the side, and that's what brothers have to do in this truth.
But I got a couple of websites here, because I was looking at military families and stuff like that. You know, since we're on the soldier talk, right? Yeah, this is from military.com, whatever. But it says a military life 101, right? It says when it comes to family, military spouses, significant others have what can seem like the most difficult, rewarding, terrible, wonderful, gut-wrenching, incredible job holding down the home front. Okay, the home front is these scriptures for us. Okay, this is what we're holding down. Okay, it says it's not an easy task, but it's not impossible. It says yes, you can keep your relationship healthy and help your kids have a great, well-adjusted childhood. Now, the point I want to bring out here is the well-adjusted bit, because it ain't a normal life. Okay, anyone that's around us or a part of us, man, it has to have an adjusted life. Okay, we don't run normal lives.
Which is going back into the definition right there, man.
You know, we just don't. Okay, because what's required of us is more than just a regular what a regular person is willing to do. Okay, we're beyond that. Okay, we are called to do an exceptional thing. Okay, so this is an exceptional circumstances that we're under, man. Because in the kingdom, we ain't gonna have to be like this. Okay, we can be at peace in the kingdom, man. We can enjoy our children. We can enjoy our families. You know, we can, enjoy our work and stuff like that, man. We can enjoy our brethren. You know, we can enjoy being amongst each other. But we just can't do that right here, right now, man. Okay. It says military life can be very stressful on families. Long separations, frequent moves, inconsistent training schedules, late nights in the office, and the toll of mental and physical injuries on both the service member and the family can all add up over time. Okay, so not only do we go through things, we acknowledge that our women go through things too. Our family goes through things. Okay, but it sometimes it can't be helped. It has to be that way, man. And you can only pay so much attention to that stuff that's happening to them, because it can't change. A lot of it can't change. You know, and you have to just get on with the stuff you're doing. Don't let it play in the back of your mind. Oh yeah, but you know, it's making them upset and this and that. I don't want to see them like. Sometimes that's just too tough. Okay, and they have to deal with it just like you have to deal with shit. So you got to continue doing what you are doing, man. In this truth, you have to continue doing what you are doing. Okay, yes, it's gonna affect them. You know, you're gonna have to kind of put that in the back seat, man, and let the Lord deal with it to some degree, man. There might be some things you might be able to help do. You know, if it's in your power to do that, but a lot of the stuff, man, is rooted at the very core and basis of our being in terms of this truth, man, and those things can't be changed. You know, so that's always going to be an issue for them. Okay. It says about the team knows that making it in the military isn't a matter of willpower. It's about arming yourself with the tools and knowledge of the best tips and tricks of military happiness. Yeah, it's about arming yourselves with the truth. The more you understand this word, the more easier things are. Okay, the more she understands to a degree certain things, you know, the easier things can be if she can come to terms with it. The whole problem is a woman doesn't usually come to terms with very much, you know, because they're difficult, okay, and emotional. But you know, it is what it is. You deal with your family as you see fit, okay, in your own wisdom. Okay. That's for that one. There's another excerpt here. It says, I knew that this is another account. It says, I knew that I was entering into what I was entering into when I married Jake. I knew he'd have to leave at some point. He even sat me down and explained it all to me before we got married. With a life, what a life with a soldier, even a part-time soldier, would entail. Okay, difficulties, man. Difficulties. Okay. I listened closely to what he said and even had even had my doubts for a spell about whether I could hack such a life. Okay, because it's not an easy life for either party, right? So, but in the end, I decided I'd rather have a life with him than without him. Okay, and that again, might as well get that now. Where is it? 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Yeah, from verse 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband.
Alright, so if all things is okay, then idealistically, you don't want to depart from your wife. Okay, fair enough.
And if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
If she can't hack that lifestyle, she can't hack being the wife of a prophet, of a man of the Lord, and she wants to depart, let her depart. Because if she stays, she's only going to cause you problems, man. She's only going to be a hindrance to you in this ministry. Continue what? Let
her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband.
Right, because that would be the best thing for her. It will save her possibly of being judged, man, because she wouldn't have committed adultery if she remains a widow, so to speak, unmarried. Okay? Continue on, yep.
And let not the husband put away his wife.
Right.
But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she please to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
Right, so if you don't particularly agree with everything that's going on and all this kind of stuff, like we just read in that, that chick in the military dude, man, she wasn't keen on the idea that the fact he was gonna fuck off and for long amounts of time and war might not come back and all that kind of stuff. She's not keen on the idea. What woman would be keen on that idea? But she wanted to be with him, in whatever capacity she could be with him. Okay, same with this truth, man. If a woman wants to be with you, regardless of all those things that you're gonna go through together, then if she wants to stay, then so be it. She kind of knows what she's getting into, so to speak. Okay, but yeah, that's it on that.
Anything more on the article?
I have, but I don't feel I need to bring it up. I think the point has already been said, to be fair. Oh, actually, I had one here. It says, following Yahushua. It says Jesus here, but I'm gonna use Yahushua like it's supposed to. It says it's another website. It says, following Yahushua means giving up everything. Alright, and it says here, Luke 5 recalls Yahushua calling his first disciples, in both instances, in calling of Simon Peter and Levi the tax collector. Luke notes that they left everything and followed him. They jumped off the so that jumped off the page when I read it. So Yahushua extends them an invitation to follow him, and they drop everything and follow. Right there on the spot. It's recorded in another place in Luke's gospel that others wanted to take care of their affairs before they followed Yahushua, and Yahushua basically told them they could take care of those things or follow him. They couldn't do both. Okay, and they weren't insignificant things. It wasn't like they wanted to go check for Facebook one last time. No one person wanted to bury their father, and the other wanted to say goodbye to their family. Okay, but Yahushua shut them down and said, look, you're coming or you're not coming. And it's those attachments to the world that stop you following Yahushua with all your heart and all your mind, all your spirit. Okay, and this is the point. Yahushua, if he requires it of you, man, you have to do what you gotta do. Sometimes you are asked to do things you don't that you're gonna consider hard. But yeah. I said I had other things, man, but I don't feel like I need to read them now, to be honest. I've probably spoken enough about it. But we're looking at things that did the apostles abandon their wives and kids? Guy said abandoning would be the wrong term, but they would have left them in certain spots. They would have seen them again at some point. But back in the ancient days, man, a journey wouldn't. It's not just like a car journey. You can go drive somewhere for an hour and you'll be in the next destination or whatever. A journey might be a month or two away, man. to go, preaching in different parts of the world. It might have took them a month or two to travel there and come back. You might not see them for 4 or 6 months. And that's just the reality of it, man. Like, we kind of move on a similar level. In this time, the Lord has mercy in a sense that it's not like that. We don't have to travel places to teach this word now. The Most High has given us the internet to be able to push the word throughout the 4 corners, so we don't really have to go anywhere to do that. So we're relatively close to our families at all times, I guess. It's just it's just all good for them, but it's still not enough for them. They want you to be around them 24/7, which me personally, I just can't do. My spirit just can't deal with that. But
I got the account.
Yeah, but 1 second.
Salaki.
But that's just the kind of mode that we're in, being in the truth, man. We need some time to chill, man, from family life and stuff like that, man. Because it's not, again, like I said, it's not how you want it to be, man. It ain't perfect. Okay, if things are not perfect, that's including yourself. It pisses you off, man. You piss yourself off. Okay, go on.
Salaki, I got that account that was mentioned in the article, which is Matthew 8. I'll start from verse 21. Now, just before I read this, scriptures tell you that Yahweh Shai was an austere man, which means serious, right? Matthew 8 and 21. And another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Yahweh Shai said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead. And when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. So he just turned and entered into the ship, and who was with the Lord was with the Lord. Yahweh Shai said he's of his father's business, man. So that just shows you the severity of what you're into, man. You got to be in it or not in it. And that's how serious the Lord put it to his disciple, man. So we got to follow the same path.
That's right, man. And you go through the scriptures, man. The prophets, the men that the Lord chose, man. Some of them are asked to do what might be considered extreme things to do, man. Isaiah, you travel through the wilderness butt naked, man. Where was his family involved in that? Like, no, he was on his ones, man. Whatever was happening, I don't know enough about Isaiah to say he had family and stuff like that yet. I didn't look into that. But he was asked to go out, man, and do that. I've got the account here. If you want to read it quickly up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Isaiah 20, verse 1 to 3, just read. But if it's required, man, that's what you gotta go do. That's the point, man. What things seem unreasonable to most men is not unreasonable to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, if we have to go do these things, if we make these decisions, we gotta go do them. Okay, without with little fuss, man. Go on.
Isaiah 20 and 1. In the year that Tartan came unto Ashdod, when Sargon the king of Assyria sent him and fought against Ashdod and took it, at the same time spake the Lord by Isaiah the son of Amos, saying, Go and loose the sackcloth from off thy loins, and put off thy shoe from thy foot. And he did so, walking naked and barefoot.
Alright, it sounds extreme, but that's what the Lord required of him to do, man. So, like I said, what might seem unreasonable to the normal person, it isn't at the end of the day.
Yeah, you got some camps out there, they got that cool running spirit, man. They're looking to that white man for that escape, that escape button, man. That's why the scriptures talk about us being prisoners of the Lord.
If you can get me Matthew chapter 10 verse 6. 10 verse 6? No, 22, verse 22.
Matthew 22 and 6.
10 verse 22.
Matthew 10, 22. Come on. Yeah, there's no joke about being a soldier, man. It's all serious.
You know, it's not saying we don't have, you know, share some jokes with each other and stuff that when we're with the brotherhood and stuff, but you know, ultimately, man, we're all on this same path, man, and all enjoying these hardships, going through similar things, slightly different but similar things. You know, everyone's got his own adversity that he's facing. But as a man, the Lord, as a prophet, man, you know, you expect these certain things to come to pass on you, man. You know,
Matthew 10:22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Okay, so we expect to be hated. You know, like I said, a woman hates us, man. Our family hates us. You know, friends we used to have in the world hate us. You know, the average person will just hate us, man, because of what we believe in. You know, Yahweh Shai. You know, that's what it comes down to. They hate Yahweh Shai, and in turn they hate us. You know, but we understand that. We expect those things. You know, some people don't want to be hated, man. Some people don't want to be the bad guy. You know, fucking up shit all the time. Oh yeah, he don't ever come to no family dues and the kind of stuff. You know, and people look at you like, you know, cha. But it is what it is, man. I'm not expected to get no award for personality of the year award or nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's irrelevant to me. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I don't care about what the Most High thinks. You know?
But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
So you got to endure into the end. So you have to go through all these things. You have to endure all these things. Okay? I read that one already, actually. Grab me Mark chapter 10, verse 28, please, Art.
Salaki, I heard you, but I was kind of like meditating on the scripture there, man. Salaki, yeah, Matthew 19.
No, Mark 10 and 28.
Mark 10 and 28. It says, then Peter began to say unto him, lo, we have left all and have followed thee. And Yahushua answered and said, verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my sake and the gospel's, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time houses, and brethren, and sisters, and mothers, and children, and lands, with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life.
Right. So you know, if we lose anything, man, because of what we have to do, you know, because we at the end of the day we're on unmoving objects. We're not persuaded by certain things in the world. You know, if we lose things because of that, then so be it. You know, we believe, according to the scriptures, that we're going to receive tenfold of anything that we lost in this world, man. You know, so that's our mentality. It's, you know, it's aggravating when you're dealing with shit, man, but you're like, fuck it, man. Ultimately, if you can bring your mind to say that, man, fuck it don't matter. You know, at the end of the day, the Lord's got you, man, and you put your trust and your faith in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, that at the end of it all, man, it's all going to be worth it, man. Because ain't nobody else going to be able to understand that for you. You have to understand that for yourself. Okay, you know, people can't be can't give you advice from the outside world about family and things like that, because we just not we're not normal, man. Okay, we're not the average person out here. Okay, we're men of the Lord. Okay, and we're called to do things, man, that other people wouldn't be able to do, or don't see why they should do it, because they don't have faith. Okay, but we're not like them.
Psalms 73:3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Now from there I'm going to jump down to the 17th verse. Until I went into the sanctuary, all right, the sanctuary of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is the word, Then understood I their end. Alright? And their end is destruction. So don't be envious of the prosperity of the people in this world, man, and men that may look like you, but they're not thinking like you, man. Alright? If you're an Israelite, man, your mind is not supposed to be the same as the average Negro or whatever tribe that's walking around in this world, looking at this world from the worldly perspective, man. You're supposed to have a different mind. You're supposed to be a new man. But anyway, that's a video for another time.
But yeah, one last thing, man, before we close up, man. You know, it's not about appeasing others, man. You know, that's the real bottom line. It's not about appeasing others. You know, we're exceptional people in the task that we're given to do, man, and we can't be wavering in that result. So we're not out here to appease people. You know, you might want to because you feel bad for them or all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, you're on a mission and you have to fulfill that mission, and that mission has to be, you know, you have to finish that mission at all costs. At all costs. So if you have to forsake everything, then that's what you're gonna have to do, man. Okay, don't let nobody stand in your way in terms of this truth, man. Okay, you gotta endure until the end. You gotta face every obstacle and beat every obstacle, man. That's wherever the Most High throws up in front of you.
That's right.
Okay, don't be bending yourself to appease others, man.
Shit.
You know, and you know, I was speaking a lot about the woman and that, because that's a big hurdle for Jake. The woman is a big thing in men that have been in this truth, man. They've played their roles in destroying people.
Hey, we just read it. Their end was he learned their end, right, which was death and destruction. Scriptures tell you with the woman was the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Well, guess what? A woman's gonna be the reason why a lot of guys ain't gonna make it.
And that's the point. You know, so we all got to dwell with wisdom when it concerns our women and stuff like that. And like I said, we don't have the ideal relationships that everyone, aspires to have. Yeah. But fuck it, it don't matter. Fuck it, it doesn't matter, man. We're gonna enjoy all that stuff in the kingdom, and that's what we're putting this work in for the kingdom, man. Okay, this world don't mean shit. If your woman can tolerate you, or you can tolerate your woman, then all good. But you know, if it breaks down, then it breaks down. If your child hates you, fuck it, man. Your child hates you, man. You know, you might hate your child, man. You don't know what the fuck's gonna be going on out here, man. But you know, you gotta concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing, man. Okay, which is this word. Okay, you go out here, you teach this word, and you're fighting for the kingdom, man. That's what you're out here for. Fighting for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You know, so with that, brothers, we're gonna say Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors out there to the brethren of highways and byways, teaching the truth in all sincerity. Until next time, brothers, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Markim.